Is it really mind over matter? Hey everybody, this is Mike Erlob with Power Your Life by Flex PT. So, I wanted to take a little bit of time to kind of talk about that. Is it really mind over matter? So many times we always have been, we always think that, how important our mindset is in everything that we do. And there's that old saying, it's mind over matter, and it's all about getting yourself into the right frame of mind for whatever it is you're going to do. When I was in the Army, that was one of the, and I was in basic training, that was one of the statements that the drill sergeants would tell us, except it was a little bit on the other side of it. They would say, we don't mind because you don't matter. Well, I'm here to tell you, you guys do matter. But that's usually what the drill sergeants would tell us when we were being punished, or, we did something wrong, and they would be having to do grass drills and all these little crazy workouts just to, reinforce that with some physical punishment. But, I look back on it fondly, but at the time, it would make you really, really mad. But I want to expand on that. I want to talk more about what it means for it to be mind over matter. And this is important to talk about because everything in your life that involves any kind of stress, so I'm talking whether it be stress, good stress or bad stress, any change that you do, if you're trying to lose weight, you're changing your physical appearance, you're changing your diet, you're changing your workout program, that involves stress. If you're onboarding with a physical therapy program, you say you have back pain and you're trying to fix that. You have to change the way you do certain things, and that's going to create stress. And so all of this stress can really, it can have a huge impact because it can create anxiety and it can create confusion. And I'm speaking from experience because any single time in my life there was a major shift or any kind of a major change, be it when I was losing weight or anything else, there's always that mental stress. And we talk, like I said, I talk about good stress and bad stress. Well, good stress is the things that we do to ourselves to strengthen ourselves, when you work out, you stress your muscles, you stress your bones. If you go for a run, you're stressing your cardiovascular system. Now, those are good stresses because they're going to strengthen. But the way that your mind interprets the stress or focuses on what it is that you're doing can really have a negative effect on that. What we do know is that as you go through these stressful changes, your body releases more cortisol, which is a stress hormone. That can slow your ability to lose body fat. That can create some other physiological changes in your body that aren't so good. Raising your blood pressure, raising your heart rate, changing your respiration rate. This can, as we know, manifest itself in knots and trigger points in the body and the neck. It can increase your pain levels. It activates the sympathetic nervous system a lot more, which is your fight or flight. So then you're just really always in that heightened state of activity. Even though you might be relaxing, your body is always never really able to relax. And I've gone through those kinds of feelings. Those feelings when you're trying to make a change, and you just can't shut your mind off. You lay down in bed and you can't sleep. I don't know how many of you have had that happen to you. You just have all these thoughts that are just racing through your mind, and no matter what you do, you just can't get it to turn off. And, next thing you know, you're not sleeping very well. And you're definitely not getting your 7, 8, or 9 hours of sleep a night. And, that's creating more stress. And that's further just kind of creating that vicious cycle where then you're not, feeling so well. And of course, it limits your ability to, perform or lose weight or, be productive at work. And that starts leading to, a lot of these thoughts in the mind, and I've had these too, where you just get, you start to get a lot of anxiety. You start feeling a lot of overwhelm. And, then, when you start feeling that overwhelm, that starts leading you into that procrastination where you just don't take action and you start hesitating. And, when you want to make progress in any part of your life, be it a weight loss program or, a rehabilitative program, you've got to take massive action. You've got to be very directed and purposeful in everything that you're doing. And so when your mind isn't clear, and you can't relax, and you have those feelings of anxiety, you have those feelings of overwhelm, you don't know what to do, you don't know where to go. I mean, it interferes with your ability to make a concrete plan. And I've been there because that is how I felt at different times, especially when I was trying to lose weight and I didn't quite know how to do it. And what I was doing wasn't working, and it created that stress and confusion for me. And then what happens is, the thing that I noticed is you start having trouble focusing. So then when you are at home with your family, at work, your mind starts wandering. You can't pay attention to what people are telling you. You may be there physically, but mentally you're not. And your wife and kids and your spouse, they will notice that, and you start missing out on those really important, those little things in life that really matter. And it all comes down to the state of your mind. And that altered state of mind, as a result of the stress and the anxiety and the confusion that you might be feeling as a result of, you don't know where to go for, to lose weight, or what you're doing isn't working, or, you may have back pain, and that pain just becomes so overwhelming that you've been through so many different treatments. You may have been on medication, you may have had injections, you may have even had surgery, and you just don't know where to turn to next. And so that just creates that complete overwhelm that you start thinking, well, nothing's going to work, and that mind just becomes just completely unfocused. And I call that, to me, that's called monkey brain. And monkey brain to me, is when you're you're just scattered all over the place. You're not very focused. And that just has that huge impact on your ability to be successful in your weight loss program, or in taking purposeful action to alleviate your back pain, or what it is that's you're trying to accomplish, or that's bothering you at that point in time in your life. And one of the things that I started doing, that I got to admit, I never thought that I would do this. When I was, when I was in the Army, when I was a competitive power lifter, I never thought that I would meditate, and I never thought that meditation could really be that helpful. And what I'm here to tell you is that it is, because I used it when I was losing weight. I've used it multiple times when I'm making changes in my life, and now it's actually become a habit for me, something that I look forward to every single day, because what it has done is it has helped me stay focused. You see, when I was trying to lose weight, my blood pressure was really starting to get up there. It was, I believe, 136 over 90. So it was borderline hypertension. They were talking about putting me on medication. And I lost some of the weight. However, the thing that was interesting is when I lost about 40, 50 pounds, I would have thought my blood pressure would have came down, but it came down a little bit, but not that much, not what I thought it should. And I lost a little bit more weight, and my blood pressure still didn't come down quite as much. But once I started meditating, after a couple of months of regular practice, the next thing I know, when I get my blood pressure checked, it was 117 over 68. So it had come down significantly. Now, I know that had to do with the fact that I was regularly spending time in the evening time before I went to bed to focus on meditation and breathing patterns. And it's proven, because what it did for me was it helped me get more focused. It literally calmed my brain down. It stopped me from that monkey brain of going here and going there and all over the place. It got me more focused. I became more present with my family. I became more present at work. I became more focused. It was much more easier for me to make decisions and to take massive purposeful action towards the of what it was I was trying to accomplish. In that case, a weight loss program. So it kept me on track with my workouts, kept me on track with staying on the diet, and it definitely evened me out. And we could go into a lot of in-depth as the physiological changes that happened, lowering your cortisol levels, activating the parasympathetic nervous system, lowering blood pressure, lowering heart rate, improving your mental state, decreasing overall pain areas in the body where you have those those trigger points and knots. They start to resolve. And that's what I wanted to leave you with, is that there is hope. There is hope. It isn't all lost. And if you're feeling that overwhelm, you're feeling that stress, anxiety, confusion, take the time. And even if you're not feeling that, I would recommend that you certainly do this, that you take that time out of each day. You don't even need more than 5 minutes. And download a meditation app. A guided meditation app will help you tremendously. But download one of the meditation apps, whether it's like Calm or Simple Habit or any of those, and just pick one. Pick a little 5-minute meditation and take time aside and do that every single day. It will make a tremendous improvement on your mental health, and it will actually show you that it really is mind over matter, that the power of the mind to accomplish anything and to harness what's going on in your body is absolutely amazing. And it's kind of that quote. There was a Tony Robbins quote that I want to leave you with, and it says, where focus goes, energy flows. And whatever you're focusing on, and that's where your energy is going to be directed into. So if you're focusing on the negative, your energy is going to flow in that negative. But through meditation, you can start focusing through visualization on the positive aspects of what's going on in your life to harness and stay connected and directed. And it'll make a tremendous improvement in your ability to lose weight, in your ability to just move forward in general with your life. So I just strongly recommend just download one of these meditation apps, give it a try. It isn't going to hurt you. It can only help. And I would hope that you can experience a lot of the same benefits from that I have. And really, that's all I have for today. There is hope. You are going to move forward. Okay, so whatever you're going on through in your life, you will move through it. Just meditate. Take that 5 minutes. Want to let you know that we are going to be live again next Thursday at 1 p.m. So until then, I want you guys to stay healthy and keep moving forward.